Radio Station of the Year 2022-2023, thanks to the Prestige Awards. Hello, Tobes with you here on the Daytime Show. I'm joined now by Rachel Mayhew in the studio and Sam as well from Value Independence CIC from Milford Haven. Good morning, both.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good to see you again, Sam. It's been a while since you've been in the studio.
Yeah, good to be back, and thanks for having us again. Absolute
pleasure. Rachel, tell us why you're here.
So I signed up to swim the long course in June. So it's a 1.2 mile swim. I wanted to do it for a charity, but a charity that's not recognised that much in Wales, Pembrokeshire. So it's called MD UK, which is Muscular Dystrophy UK. And my sister used to care for a young boy called Jacob Thomas, who unfortunately died from it.
Yeah, very sad.
And he was supported by Value Independence, so we've sort of come together with that then.
Muscular dystrophy. Tell us about that. Well, what is it? Because I mean, until you got in touch with me, I'm with you on this one, Rachel. I had no idea what it was.
So it basically attacks all the muscles in the body, weakens them. So there's 60 different types of conditions, and over 110,000 people, children and adults in the UK, are affected by it at the moment. And unfortunately, there's no cure.
Wow.
MD UK are trying to build up research to try and find a cure or effective treatments. They also support families and affected people with NHS appointments, counselling, and their main thing is to ensure people can still live independently on day-to-day life.
Yeah, it's reading about it before we did this interview. I can't believe how many people it affects, and you know, the earlier signs of it are quite difficult to spot.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that's probably the biggest issue is it comes pretty quickly and people just don't notice it, unfortunately.
So you're already a blue tip. So I guess you're used to going for a dip, but it's one thing.
Yeah.
Swimming, especially at long course weekends.
Yeah, it's a big challenge. It was something I was thinking about doing, and then one of the guys called Kate Jean, so she normally swims in Milford Haven, asked if I wanted to join everyone else doing it. So I thought, yeah, why not go for it?
Why not? Well, good luck, Rachel. Oh my goodness me, no easy challenge that. Well, you get to see me down at the beach. I'll be playing some tunes for you on the official long course weekend DJ. I love the swim. It's probably my favourite event. It is amazing seeing everybody, you know, bearing in mind there's like 10,000 swimmers just all on the beach. It's remarkable. It looks fabulous. Well, good luck with it.
Thank you.
You mentioned Jacob and Sam, you know, obviously he was under your care at Value Independence CIC before he sadly passed away.
That's right. We didn't have the privilege to get involved with Jacob when he was at the height of his sport, which was a real shame. But the team around him were so impressed, and Jacob, his personality as well, just enthused the team. And a couple of our guys, it was during lockdown, actually moved in with Jacob and his family to support throughout the COVID. So then when Rachel came to see if we'd get involved in helping with this fundraiser, we were just over the moon to be asked, and over the moon to sort of be able to remember Jacob in this way and do something for the illness that he suffered from.
Yeah, I know the sports team were huge fans of Jacob's. Bill Kahn in particular as well, interviewed him quite a few times. Real star in the bocce world.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think people actually understand what an athlete he actually was and what a high level he got to, because bocce's fairly isn't a sport that's talked about like football or rugby, but Jacob made the sport famous, and he was number one at one point in the world. So he's had some real travel out of it. For a young man, he really made the most out of getting from country to country and competing at a really high level. So you should, if you don't know what bocce is and you don't know who Jacob Thomas is, then you should look him up. And,
stick it into Google, and all will be revealed. That's right. I know the battles that Jacob was up against in regards to getting a sport renowned. I represented Wales in Temple and bowling. Everyone's like, that's not a sport. You're throwing a ball down a bowling alley and you get to drink beer while doing it, a bit like darts, really. But now look at darts. Hopefully we can put it there. But Jacob certainly put it on the map here in Pembrokeshire. Sorely missed. I mean, I bet it was an absolute pleasure working with him.
Yeah, both Jacob and his family. It was a pleasure to support. Obviously, all the care was done at Jacob's home. So when you think about the level of care that our guys had to do, it was quite invasive for a family to have carers within the family home the whole time. So, but they always made our team feel so welcome. And Jacob himself was. You get attached to people, and I know our team were very attached to Jacob, and everyone had their own little relationship with Jacob. So, Rachel's sister Kelly was a real advocate for Jacob as well, and has remained in touch ever since with the family.
Oh, wonderful!
So,
wonderful.
It's a special guy, special family. So it's a pleasure to be involved in helping to not only remember him but raise money for muscular dystrophy.
Yeah, and raising awareness of this as well, Rachel. I mean, if you wouldn't have reached out to me, I wouldn't have had a Scooby-Doo what it was.
Yeah,
it's great what you do.
I didn't really know much about it beforehand, so I actually spoke to my sister about it. We put a plan together. I contacted them directly. There's a gentleman called Philip at MD UK. He's been absolutely brilliant. He sent out loads of fundraising stuff that we can use. He's only ever like an email or a phone call away, which is absolutely brilliant. This morning before I came here, he gave me a quick call just to go through a few things, which is exactly what I needed, I think.
Oh, good stuff. You've got some fundraising events in the build-up. Tell us about those.
So we've got a coffee morning this Saturday in Value Independence in Charles Street in Milford. So that's 10 till 2. So we've got a cake stall. There's a small company who makes jewellery out of sea glass, so she'll be there. And then we've got a young lady who's got her own little company making little like cushions and things like that for children. And then we'll have like a bric and brac stall, and then obviously tea, coffee, cakes, and all of that will be there as well. And then we've got an Easter bingo on the 15th of April, which will be eyes down at 6:00, same location. And then we've got another club night again then on the 13th of May. That will probably be from 6:00. We will confirm that nearer the date. And then the last one, which we're planning on doing, which will be after long course then, is a bocce tournament in hopefully the Leisure Centre in Milford Haven. So that'll be July time. So that'll be the last of it then. Wrap it up.
Well, regardless of how much you raise, you're raising the profile of muscular dystrophy. So good on you. Well done for doing it. And good luck on the long course.
Thank you.
I'll see you down at the beach. You got it, right? You got it. For more details and to find out more information, check out musculardystrophyuk.org. There is so much information there, and you can find out some of the early on symptoms and also how you can do your bit as well to help support this charity, which is really under the radar here in the UK. So let's make a stand. Let's hopefully get more people aware of this and help those people in need. Rachel, thanks for popping into the studio.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Good to see you again, Sam.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you as ever.
Absolute superstar. Before you do go, Sam, Value Independence CIC, obviously a wonderful organisation. Let's get a plug in for you guys. What do you do? How can people get in touch?
Well, we're a community interest company. So we're here to serve the community. We work with vulnerable adults. We've got a wonderful centre in Charles Street in Milford Haven. We've got a fully adapted bathroom, kitchen, sensory room, and a nice space for people to be. So it's for the community. So if you fancy having a look at us and seeing where we are, then come to the club night on the 13th of May and relax and have a good time and see what we're all about.
Yeah, I haven't been down for ages. I will pop along soon. You do such a wonderful job. Keep it up.
You're welcome down anytime to see us.
Thanks a lot. Top man. And we'll keep in touch. Best of luck with all of the epic fundraisers, and thanks again for joining us, Rachel. You got the swim, by the way. You got it.
Thank you.
It's Pure West Radio, your station for Pembrokeshire, and indeed from Pembrokeshire. Like I said, more details of muscular dystrophy available online right now at musculardystrophyuk.org. All the details available right there for you. Of course, we'll put up the links as well on our socials. Thanks there to Rachel and Sam joining us from Value Independence CIC. ATB on the way after the Pet Shop Boys, playing right here on your station for Pembrokeshire and indeed from Pembrokeshire.